In 1974, she was named to the National Commission for the Protection of Human Subjects of Biomedical and Behavioral Research, which published the Belmont Report, a response to the infamous Tuskegee Syphilis Study, and an international ethical touchstone for researchers to this day. Height was the driving force in the campaign to erect a statue in honor of Mary McLeod Bethune in Lincoln Park, Washington, D.C. The monument was the first statue dedicated to either a woman or an African American person to be erected on federal land. At the July 1974 unveiling of the Mary McLeod Bethune Memorial, which had an attendance of more than 18,000 people, Height stated that the statue represented the awakening appreciation for the contributions of racial minorities and women within the United States, which was best represented by a black woman. In 1990, Height, along with 15 other African Americans, formed the African American Women for Reproductive Freedom. Height received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Bill Clinton in 1994. Height's 90th birthday celebration in 2002 raised $5 million towards funding the NCNW's mortgage on their Washington, D.C. headquarters, the Dorothy I. Height Building. Two notable donors were Don King and Oprah Winfrey. Height was recognized by Barnard for her achievements as an honorary alumna during the college's commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Brown v. Board of Education decision in 2004. She was also well known for her hats and hat collection, many of them made by a black Washington, D.C. milliner, Vanilla Bean, one of which was featured Height's USPS stamp. Portions of her hat collection have been shown in museums. The musical stage play If This Hat Could Talk, based on her memoirs Open Wide the Freedom Gates, debuted in 2005. The work showcases her unique perspective on the civil rights movement and details many of the behind-the-scenes figures and mentors who shaped her life, including Mary McLeod Bethune and Eleanor Roosevelt. President Barack Obama called Height the godmother of the civil rights movement and a hero to so many Americans. She attended the National Black Family Reunion on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., every year until her death in 2010. Height was the chairperson of the Executive Committee of the Leadership Conference on Civil Rights, an umbrella group of American civil rights interest groups, until her death in 2010. She was an honored guest at the inauguration of President Barack Obama on January 20, 2009, and was seated on the stage. According to a family history DNA analysis performed by African Ancestry Inc., Height's maternal line has a root among the Temne people of modern-day Sierra Leone. Dorothy Height never married and had no children. On March 25, 2010, Height was admitted to Howard University Hospital in Washington, D.C., for unspecified reasons and under protest, because she had pending speaking arrangements. She died less than 4 weeks later, on April 20, 2010, at the age of 98. President Barack Obama delivered the eulogy for her funeral service at the Washington National Cathedral on April 29, 2010, which was attended by many other dignitaries and notable people. She was later buried at Fort Lincoln Cemetery in Colmar Manor, Maryland. Shortly after Height's death, Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton and Mayor Vincent Gray encouraged the U.S. Postal Service to name D.C.'s former main post office the Dorothy I. Height Post Office. This honor made Height the only African American woman to have a federal facility in Washington, D.C., named after her.